You are not compared to anybody, friend. You are compared to God Himself. God, I thank you for the destinies of the people who are watching today, that God, they are fulfilled to your glory. Lord, as I break open your word, make it make sense. Let me just be an oracle. Let my mouth be your mouthpiece, Father, and may you get all the praise and all the glory. Misery will tell you you're going the wrong direction. Well, hey everyone, this is Pastor Jeff Crume. I'm so excited that you've joined me here this morning on Morning Revelations. Hey, we are talking about a powerful subject about the talents and the gifts that God has given us. You heard me say earlier, you know that you're all that and a bag of chips, but who gave you the bag and who gave you the chips in the bag? We're going to talk more about that on today's program on Morning Revelations. Hey, let's get right into it, and I'll come back and talk to you in just a few minutes. God bless you. Enjoy. But I also want you to see this morning that not only was he given 5 talents, but he went and, the old King James uses this word traded. He went and traded with the same. He had 5 talents and he went out and traded. He worked it. He did something with it. That word traded implies activity, effort, working it. But what he did, friend, is he worked something with what he had. In other words, he just didn't get his talent here and then run off and try to be the CEO of a company when he's supposed to be a high school teacher. I'm speaking to somebody. My God, I feel the anointing. He did not just give the gift for singing and having somebody run off and try to be a teacher somewhere. No, friend, what he gave you, what he gave us, we're supposed to be using. See, I'll tell you this. If I didn't use my mouth, I would be most miserable. And I tell you, friend, I've tried. I've tried to go into jobs, and I've worked many of them. I've been in corporate America, and I've been the training executive, and I've been many different things. I've flipped hamburgers, and I've done a lot of things. But every time that I was at a place where I wasn't using my gift in a very short period of time, I would get frustrated. I remember my mama saying, Jeffrey Scott, if you could find somebody to pay you to run that mouth of yours, you would have it made. And now, all these years later, I get paid to run my mouth. And I tell you what, friend, there's no greater joy. It's not about the money. See, it's not about what I get paid monetarily. It's what I get paid internally. I can tell you, while I'm sitting here at my desk with a cup of coffee in my hand and my Bible open, and I'm speaking to you through this camera, I'm full. You just got to give me a moment. I am full. Why? Because I'm doing what God has called me to do. Friend, you'll know. Can I give you a clue? You'll know. Yeah, you'll know if you're headed in the right direction or not. And you know how? Misery. Yeah, that's the word. Misery will tell you you're going the wrong direction. Misery confined. Have you ever gotten that confined place? That dead-end job, not knowing, oh, Lord have mercy. Is it Monday again? Do I really have to go, Lord? I remember the little story of Johnny who was laying in bed, just sleeping in, pulling the covers over his head, and the alarm would go off, and he'd hit the snooze, 1,000 times. And his mama come down and said, Johnny, you got to get up. You got to get up. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go to church today. You got to go to church. He pulled the covers over his head. Mama, I don't want to go. And she said, but Johnny, you have to go. You're the pastor. Have you ever felt that way, friend? You don't want to go to what you're doing. And because ultimately you'll love to go where you're called to go, and you'll love to do what you're called to do. I really encourage you, friend, that if you're feeling misery, now you might want to evaluate whether you're in the right place or not. I just got a word in my heart about somebody that's top executive. You've worked hard to get up that ladder. You've worked hard to be in that place that you're at. But I tell you what, you never see your family anymore. Your children don't even know who you are. They're growing up right and left, and when you see them, they're 6 feet tall. Friend, it may be chance Or it may be time for you to reevaluate where you're at. God's got a place for you, and that place is a place of comfort and peace. And that hassle and stress that you've been carrying. Now, don't misunderstand the message this morning. You may be called directly to where you're called, and the opposition that you're feeling is the opposition of hell itself coming against you. I'm not talking about that this morning. I'm talking about the one who has felt misery for years. And that misery, friend, is an indication that you may be in the wrong place. Let me continue. Thank you for that word, Lord. Well, hello everyone, this is Pastor Jeff Crume. I'm so glad that you've tuned in to the broadcast today. That's all the time that we have for today. I know this is a powerful study, and I can't wait to share the rest of it with you. But for now, I've got to stop and let you go about your day. Hey, I pray that God will give you the best day that you have ever had today. I love you, I'm praying for you, and I'll see you next time right here on Morning Revelations.